Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello friends, in today's lecture we will see op-amps as an oscillators. Hence before we have also seen operational amplifiers as an integrator, differentiator and many other applications. In today's lecture we will see how operational amplifiers will work as an oscillators. First of all, what is oscillators? What is the functions of oscillatory circuit? So function of oscillators is to generate an alternating current or a voltage waveform of fixed amplitude and fixed frequency. And operational amplifiers are capable of generating various types of waveforms. So in today's lecture, let's see what are the criteria in order to work as an op-amp as an oscillators. So here first of all I will draw a basic circuit for op-amp as an oscillator circuit. So suppose I am giving here a V in voltage. This is a summer and here is an amplifier and it will give an output voltage. And here I will join a feedback circuit. And output of feedback circuit, input of feedback circuit will be a part of output and it will given as an input. So suppose I will say this voltage is Vf and here is V0. Okay. So this is a basic block diagram for an oscillator where I will be using an operation amplifier to generate an oscillations. So here as I have told that oscillator will not need any supply. So here I will give you Vin is equal to 0. So there will be no supply given and it will generate a waveform. It may be sine wave, it may be triangular wave or it may be a square wave. Okay. So here is an amplifier circuit. The gain of this amplifier circuit will be, suppose I will say AV, and gain of feedback circuit I will say a beta. Okay. So in this circuit we see a part, this is a typical feedback amplifier where a part of output is given as a input through this feedback circuit as a feedback. Okay. And depends upon the signal which is given as a feedback, whether it's amplitude or frequency, whatever it will be, that signal will lead to cause of oscillations. Okay. So this is a block diagram for basic oscillators. So feedback here is positive because most of the oscillators use a positive feedback here. Okay. So for this we will derive a small derivation. Okay. So suppose I will say that closed loop gain is AV and feedback gain is beta here. Okay. So here Vin is 0 and suppose this is Vd voltage, okay, which is Vf plus Vin. So Vd is equal to Vf plus Vin and we know that Vin is equal to 0. So Vin is equal to 0. So my Vd will be equal to Vf. Suppose this is an equation number 1. Okay. So now I will find out output. So output voltage V0 is nothing but gain into VD. So gain is AV into VD. Okay. So from this I will derive a gain formula. So gain is equal to V0 upon VD. And suppose this is an equation number 2. Now again I will derive a formula for VF. So VF means what? Suppose we will consider only this circuit. So this is an output of circuit and this is an input and gain is beta suppose. So output VF will be equal to beta gain of feedback circuit into V0. So here VF will be equal to beta into V0. So I will consider this equation number 3. And as we know, VD is equal to VF from equation number 1 and equation number 3 is VF is equal to beta V0. Okay. So VD will be equal to VF. So in equation number 2, here I will substitute value of VD which is equal to VF, that is beta V0 into equation number 2. So from equation 1, 2 and 3, here gain I will write AV is equal to V0 and VD is equal to VF and VF is beta V0. So beta V0 and here these both will get cancelled and so my AV will be equal to 1 upon beta. So this is an, suppose AV beta is equal to 1. So this is a final criteria we have got. So from this equation I will express this equation in a polar form. So real will be 1 and angle will be 0 degree or 360 degree here. Okay. So from this we will conclude the 2 requirements of oscillations. This is a derivation where we have derived some loop gain. Okay, this is a loop gain which is equal to 1 and we have also derived a polar, we have expressed this in a polar form and we have got some angles here. Okay, so we have got some 2 requirements of an oscillators. Okay, so what are that requirements we will write here. So there are 2 requirements of oscillator. First is here observing magnitude of loop gain AVB must be at least equal to 1. This is the very first requirement. Okay. So I will write here magnitude of loop gain which is AVB must be equal, at least be equal to 1. Okay, and the second requirement here is total phase shift of open loop gain. Okay, total phase shift of open loop gain should be either 0 degree or 360 degree. Okay, so total phase shift of it's a loop gain, it's not open, it's a closed, must be equal to 0 degree or 360 degree. If my operational amplifier here is giving a phase shift of 180 degree, then we need an additional circuit in feedback circuit. Okay, so we need an additional circuit in a feedback circuit which will lead to more 180 degree phase shift here. Okay, so total phase shift here will be 180 and 180 in feedback circuit, so it will go on 360 degree. Okay, so in this way there will be adjustment made by a feedback circuit if my phase shift is 180 degree given by my amplifier. So these are the two requirements of oscillators, basic two requirements of oscillators. Okay, so the type of waveforms means it may be sine wave, it may be square wave or triangular wave. So these types of waves are depends upon the components used in an operational amplifier. Sorry, in a feedback circuit. Components used in this circuit. Also the frequency will be also dependent upon the components used in this feedback amplifier circuit. Okay, so this is a basic criteria, two requirements of oscillators in order to work our oscillator in a stable form or to produce any type of oscillations. Okay, this is also called as a Barkhauson's criteria, that is AVB is equal to 1. So in this way we have seen a basic of oscillator circuit. In the next lecture we will see how our op-amps will generate sine wave, triangular wave and square waves. Thank you so much for watching this video.